Happy morning, all of you. Welcome back in Sri Ganesh Online Education Series. Dear students, your unit test exam is also over. Then we have taken revision of chapter number 4 and 5, which will be for terminal exam. Okay, so for your terminal exam, chapter number 4, 5, and 6, these three chapters are going to be there. Okay, so 4 and 5 revision also completed. You have completed your classwork, homework, all these things you have completed. Okay, so now we have to start with the new chapter, Stone Age Stone Tools. Okay, so open your textbook, page number 25. Okay, all I open your book. Okay, so see, simultaneously you have to do both the things. You are going to put your index finger on the book as well as you are going to listen properly. Okay, so see, in this chapter 2 points are there: types and forms of tools according to the type of task, and 6.2 is there, Stone Age tools. Okay, so today we are going to learn about 6.1, types and forms of tools according to the type of task. Okay, as per the task, how we have to use tools, how we are going to use. Now simple thing is here, I have to write on the board. This one is blackboard. Okay, I have to write on the blackboard. So what I will require, marker pen or chalk. So see, what will require, here are the white marker pens and this one is chalk. So if I have to write on this board, shall I use this blue marker pen? Is it useful? No. Or this chalk? Yeah, can I write with this? I can write with this chalk. Yeah, so tools, this one is also tool. Okay, for writing purpose, this one is important tool. Okay, so like this, as per our tasks, tools are important. As per it, we are using our tools. Okay, so see, so simple thing they are told, types and forms of tools according to the type of task. According to our task, tools will be used. So see, put your finger in the book, 6.1, first paragraph. If we saw a shiny object buried in the ground, and would we do to take it out? Perhaps we would scrape it out with our fingers. If that did not work, we might try to dig it out with a twig or stick. See, like this. Buried, I told you meaning of buried in previous chapter only. Buried means to put under the soil. Okay, buried means to put under the soil. If a shiny object, if we found a shiny object and that shiny object is buried in the ground or buried in the soil, and if you want to remove it, what we are going to do? You are playing on the ground and you found one shiny object is there in the ground. Okay, but it is buried in the soil. So you want to remove it. How you will remove it? First, what you will use? First, you will use your fingers. You will try to remove it with your fingers. See, that only they told. We would scrape it out with our fingers like this. We will scrape it. Okay, then if that did not work, we might try to dig it out with a twig or stick. If we cannot remove with our fingers, then what we will do? We will take twig or stick. Twig means branch of a tree. Okay, that is called twig. And then stick or any one stick we can take, and with the help of that stick, for example this one stick, okay, and I will remove it with the help of this stick. I will dig it. Okay, if that too did not work, but if that too will not work, then we would have to look for a pointed stone. If that stick or twig that is also not useful to remove that shiny object, then what we will do? We will look here and there for the stone, pointed stone that should do the job. Okay, but if it still doesn't work, then we would have to get an iron rod. what we will take? If that stone is also not useful now, then what we will find? We will take iron rod to dig that shiny object out. This shows that we need to choose the tool according to the demand of the task. This shows us that as per the demand of task, we are choosing our tools. First, what we have choose our fingers, then twig or stick, then stone. Okay, stone is also not useful. Then what we have choose? Then iron rod. Okay, so like this, we are changing our tools as per the demand of task. Okay, simple thing is there. Okay, which you are doing from your childhood. Then what is told? See, the following four factors determine our choice of tools. The following four factors determine our choice of tools. Four factors are told, and as per them we are choosing our tools. So see, those four factors are given in the book also. I have mentioned on the board also. Okay, you can see here. See, availability of resources. Availability of resources means whatever available with us that we can use. Okay, availability of resources. Second one is given minimal use of, what is given? Second one, minimal use of time and energy. Minimal means minimum. How can we take out, how can we do our job within minimum time, and how we can save our energy? As per that we are choosing our tools. Okay, then maximum efficiency. So see, here I have two chalks, pink color and another one is white color. Okay, so both are useful on this board, on this blackboard, but which one is maximum efficient? Means if I will write with this pink pen, pink chalk. See, for example, same word I will write here. See, both words are there, but you can see this white color chalk properly as comparison of pink color chalk. Okay, so here efficiency. So these two are tools. Which one is effective? White one is effective. Understood? So like this, maximum efficiency. Okay, then another one is, what is given at the last? Skill of handling tools. Skill of handling tools which is acquired through practice. Skill of handling tools, and which is acquired through practice. Means when we are doing practice, with that practice we are very skillful person to handle that tool. Okay, for example, bicycle. When you are learning bicycle, in the first attempt you was able to ride your bicycle properly? No. First time you fell down, second time also you fell down, you got little hurt. Yeah, but after that, after the practice, now you can ride your bicycle with your brother also. Yeah, so like this, double seat we can take. Yeah, so like this. So how you got that skill? By its practice, acquired through its practice. Okay, like this. Then see what is told on the next page, means on the same page but next side. Stones to break seeds. See, sorry, one line remain here. Apes like the chimpanzees also use stones to break seeds and nuts. Apes. We have learnt in previous chapter apes. Which apes but which are like to chimpanzees. Chimpanzees means it's type of monkey. Chimpanzees also use stones to break seed and nuts. The chimpanzees, they were also using stones to break seeds and nuts. They use sticks to steer the ants out from ant hills to catch them. And what the chimpanzees they were using? They were taking sticks. For what purpose they were using these sticks? To steer. To steer. To steer means to rotate it. to put a object inside and rotate it like this. For example, this one is a glass. Okay, my book is a glass, and I am putting this chalk inside. I am stirring it. How in milk we are putting sugar and then we used to stir it like this. So these chimpanzees, they were using sticks to stir the ants. From where? From ant hills. Do you know ant hills? Like this ant hills were there. Now also in your farm you can see ant hills like this. And from here those ants goes inside. Yes, in Marathi we are saying varud. Okay, mungyanche varud. So in English what we used to say it? Ant hills. Okay, to catch them. Who was doing this thing? Chimpanzees. Humans too have always been using tools such as bones. Humans, they were also using tools such as bones, stones, and dried twigs. Dried twigs means which are not fresh. Means that twig, it is cut from many days from that tree. Those are dried twigs, and sticks as a tools. Means what humans were using? Bones, stones, and dried twigs as a tools. Okay, understand this much? Very good. So see next one. With continuous and minute observation, experimentation, and their inborn imagination, humans learned that they could sharp rods, bones, sticks, and stones into tools to carry out their task more efficiently. They also learned that they could give this object and any shape they desired. Okay, so see. With continuous and minute observation means after, as per the continuation and by doing new experiments. And what thing was there with them? Inborn imagination. Humans learned that they could sharp rods. What humans learned? That they could sharp these rods, bones, and sticks. They can sharp it, and by doing it sharp, they can be very efficient to use, to carry out their task more efficiently. They also learned that they could give this object any shape they desire. And what they learned from this, that they can give any shape whatever they desire. Desire means whatever they want. Okay, so do you understand that human have done these things? How? As per their imagination and practice. Okay, from your childhood, from your KG class, you have learned that practice makes man perfect. So like this, they did practice again and again, and after that practice they did many changes. Then in the previous lesson we saw that, now see, in previous lesson what we saw, that stone tools were found with the remains of Homo habilis. In previous lesson we have learned about Homo habilis, and we found that Homo habilis, they were using stone tools, and those stone tools were found with them. But we can say that he made them because they were found near his remains. How we can say? Because we found it near his remains. But did he make only tools, stone tools? Did he make only stone tools? No. See, the answer to this question is no, because he made tools from other materials as well. He made tools with other materials also. Then you will ask, sir, if he was using tools of other material also, then how we found only stone tools near his remains? Okay, so what is the answer then? You will say that sir is telling something lie. But see, dear students, that stone tools, they are long lasting. Stones are long lasting. See, however, of the tools made by human thousands of years ago they made these tools. Only the stone tools can be found today, and these only stone tools are found today. Tools made from bone are rarely found. Tools which are made from bone are rarely found. And but since twigs and sticks, they were not found. How? Because the twigs and sticks decompose easily. Twigs and sticks decompose easily. If you will do at your home, if you will take some sticks and if you will put it under the soil for 1 month, 2 months, it will lose its quality. Means it will decompose. We do not find any tool made from them, and so thousands of years it was not long lasting. So we did not found anything of sticks and twigs. Okay, do you understand this much? Okay, see now in your book at the last one diagram along with some titles it is given. See, numbers are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is given here? Tools made from stones and bones. Tools made from bones and stones. First one is given here. First number is given and first picture is given. You have to match it and then you have to get it understand. A chopper made from a pebble. A chopper made from pebble. Pebble is a type of stone which was used for making fire. Okay, a chopper made from a pebble. Then second one is scraper. You can see scraper. Third one, a circular hammerstone. Circular hammerstone. Fourth one, a chopper made from a flake of stone. A chopper made of a flake of stone. And fifth one, it is made by bone. See, a borer made from a bone. And sixth one, an antler used as a pick. Okay, how to use this, how they were using this, we are going to learn in the next lecture. Okay, so today what you have to do, you have to just get it understand properly. You have to read this chapter 2 times, so you will get it understand whatever I have told you. Listen it properly. Okay, and don't take any type of tension on this history. Okay, we are learning it with the simple way, simple and easier way. Okay, so what's your today's homework? These 2 hard words you have to copy in your notebook. Okay, as well as on your own more 8 hard words you are going to find out. These 2 plus more 8. So like these 10 hard words you are going to copy, and you are going to copy them thrice in your notebook. Okay, thrice means 3 times. Means find out 8 hard words and copy them 3 times in your notebook. This one is your today's homework. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Tomorrow we will meet with the same subject with new points. Thank you very much.